Hello BTS lover. Shocking news again came from the South Korean entertainment world, especially from BTS fans. A video showing an alleged act of bullying against Jungkook, the youngest member of BTS who is currently undergoing military service, suddenly went viral on social media. In the video, Jungkook is surrounded by some of his colleagues in the military barracks. Although no physical action is clearly visible, the body language and tone of speech in the video hints at an unpleasant situation. Fans who watched the video reacted immediately, creating a wave of protests and demanding clarity from the military. However, in the midst of the chaos, BTS's Jimin's actions were in the spotlight. It is known that Jimin, who is also living the life of an ordinary civilian after completing promotional activities with BTS, went straight to the military headquarters where Jungkook was on duty to talk to military officers. This move sparked a variety of speculation and a big question mark. What exactly is going on? The video first appeared on one of the popular social media platforms in South Korea, which then spread quickly until it reached international platforms. In the 2-minute video, Jungkook appears to be standing in the middle of a group of soldiers who look older than him. One of them seemed to be speaking in a high tone, while the other laughed. While Jungkook didn't show a real angry or depressed expression, his forced smile left many fans worried. This situation made ARMY, as BTS fans are called, launch a massive social media campaign with hashtags such as #ProtectJungkook and #JusticeForJungkook. They asked South Korean military authorities to provide clarification and ensure Jungkook's mental and physical safety during his military service. In the midst of this chaos, Jimin, who is known as Jungkook's close friend and fellow BTS member, took a surprising step. Based on reports from several reliable sources, Jimin directly contacted military officials to ask permission to meet with the officer in charge of the barracks where Jungkook was stationed. On the same day, Jimin was seen in front of the military headquarters with a serious face. According to eyewitnesses, he arrived unaccompanied by managers or agency staff, a move that is quite rare for a major artist like him. During the meeting, Jimin reportedly expressed his concern about Jungkook's situation. According to the information collected, Jimin spoke with a high-ranking officer who was responsible for the welfare of soldiers in the barracks. He stressed that as a public figure, Jungkook was very vulnerable to pressure from both inside and outside the military. Jimin also requested that a thorough investigation be conducted into the incident in the video, to ensure that no violations occurred. During the meeting, Jimin brought some evidence in the form of screenshots of netizen comments and analysis from fans that showed potential inappropriate behavior towards Jungkook. He also requested that Jungkook be given additional protection during his tenure. The military officer who met Jimin reportedly stated that he would follow up the report seriously. They also promised an investigation into the situation in the barracks and affirmed that all soldiers, including Jungkook, have the same right to feel safe and respected. Big Hit Music, the agency that houses BTS, immediately released an official statement after the video went viral. In a statement, they confirmed that they would continue to monitor Jungkook's condition during his military service and work with the military to ensure his safety. Meanwhile, several other BTS members, such as RM and V, also showed their support for Jungkook through social media posts. While not directly alluding to the incident, their posts, which contain messages about strength and friendship, are considered a form of solidarity with Jungkook. Many are wondering, why can a video like this be leaked to the public? Is this an attempt to bring down Jungkook's reputation, or is it simply an exaggerated misunderstanding by fans? Some have suggested that the video may have been deliberately recorded by someone inside the barracks to create controversy. However, there are also those who believe that this video is clear evidence that celebrities serving in the army are often the target of unfair treatment. Jungkook, with his global popularity, is likely to face additional pressure from his military peers who feel envious or dislike the special attention he receives. After Jimin's meeting with military officers, some reports suggested that the atmosphere in the barracks where Jungkook served began to change. Some of the soldiers seen in the video are reportedly in the process of being evaluated for behavior by authorities. Meanwhile, fans continue to urge South Korea's military system to reform in terms of the treatment of public figures serving in the military. They hope this incident serves as a momentum to create a more equitable and supportive environment for all servicemen, regardless of their background. For ARMY, Jimin's actions are clear evidence of the deep connection between BTS members. He is not only a loyal friend, but also a protector who is ready to stand up for Jungkook in difficult times. Jungkook, who is known as a strong and passionate figure, is expected to be able to face this situation with the courage that has always been his trademark. This story is not only about friendship, but also about how a person at the peak of popularity still has to face the same challenges as everyone else. Hopefully, the steps taken by Jimin and related parties are able to bring justice and tranquility to Jungkook, as well as being a valuable lesson for all parties. Behind this dramatic story, what is interesting is how Jimin shows the side of his leadership that is not only seen on stage, but also in real life. His steps facing directly at the army officer showed that he was not only a group mate, but also the older brother and mentor in charge of Jungkook. Fans consider that Jimin's actions are a real manifestation of the true brotherhood that they have built for more than a decade. After news of Jimin's meeting with military officers spread, support from the army expanded. Not only in South Korea, fans from all over the world began sending messages of solidarity to Jungkook via social media. Many praised Jimin's bravery, while also condemning any actions that might injure Jungkook, both physically and mentally. Hashtags like #WeStandWithJungkook and #ThankYouJimin are trending globally, proving that BTS does have a huge force behind its solid fan base. Some fans even sent a letter to the South Korean military authorities, calling for the importance of protecting public figures who are undergoing military service. Meanwhile, several anonymous accounts claiming to be associates of Jungkook's barracks gave different views regarding the viral video. According to them, what is seen in the video is actually a joking moment that was not intended to hurt Jungkook. However, they admit that the joke may be considered excessive and inappropriate when viewed from an outsider's perspective. One of those anonymous accounts wrote in an online community that Jungkook is a very humble person. He had never brought a superstar aura into the barracks. If anything was seen in the video, it was simply that he was too polite and did not want to cause conflict. This statement eased public anger somewhat, but did not completely dispel concerns about the social pressure Jungkook may have felt during his tenure. The case has opened a wider discussion about how public figures, particularly well-known artists such as Jungkook, face unique challenges while serving in the military. Many have called for reforms in the system of training and treatment of celebrities in the military. Some cultural observers in South Korea have argued that such treatment in the video is often part of a military dynamic, in which young soldiers, especially famous ones, must be subdued by their seniors. It is considered a way to equalize the status of everyone within the military system. However, such practices have long been criticized because they often lead to mentally damaging bullying of soldiers. With the international media spotlight on Jungkook's case, there is hope that the military will take concrete steps to prevent similar incidents in the future. Some reform suggestions include sensitivity training for all servicemen, stricter oversight of interactions between members, and the provision of counseling services for psychologically distressed servicemen. The incident also highlights the deep connection between Jungkook and Jimin. The two have long been known as soulmates in BTS, with many emotional moments showing how much they support each other. From the beginning of his debut until now, Jimin has always been a protective figure for Jungkook, while Jungkook considers Jimin as a role model and brother who is always there for him.